Viacom.
A man's livelihood and family life crumble under the strain of redundancy in the afternoon film Rising Sun on BBC2 at 2:15.
Saturday night on BBC1, and Jim Davidson's Generation Game breaks new boundaries as it goes al fresco at 6:05. Romance knows no bounds for Ray in Due South. Bob's back on the National Lottery Live with special guests Jeremy Clarkson and Dina Carroll. Relive the funniest moments from Noel's house party at 8:05. Then Hal Bennett is the maverick cop in new drama Harper and Isles.
I'm in line for the top job. It's time to pay me back.
Within the limits of the law, sir.
And after Match of the Day at 10:15...
BBC's search for the finest new stand-up comedian in the world is going to be battled out before your very eyes.
Stand up to Saturday night on BBC1.
In 5 minutes here on BBC1, Mary Berry bakes a perfect scone. First, catch a glimpse of some simply priceless toys.
Every Friday on BBC1, join Peter Seabrook.
Once a week, I'll be here at the Royal Horticultural Society's gardens, Wisley, getting my hands dirty. And we'll visit other gardens, large and small, out and about.
Peter Seabrook's Gardening Week, today at 3 on BBC1.
Having trouble dropping your scones? Well, here on BBC1 now, Mary Berry has the necessary know-how. The recipes from today's programme can be found on page 615 of CFAX, and there'll be more Ultimate Cakes on Monday at the same time.
Tomorrow's world goes down under, where an ultrasound scan can produce a replica fetus.
Well, here's the eyes.
Isn't that cute?
Stateside demand for an ever faster hit is changing the face of baseball.
That's a vacuum. That creates drag.
Tomorrow's world, new science at a new time. Wednesday, 7:30 on BBC1.
Creation or evolution?
How could I say to a student, don't you know you're being one of those hick hillbillies believing all that religious stuff?
Fact or faith?
The demand for miracles is increasing. You can't expect everything from science.
Science versus religion.
Don't eliminate people because we want to eliminate suffering.
3 stories that reveal the ongoing struggle between scientists and theologians. Science Friction. Part 1 begins Sunday, 10:35 on BBC1.
The 1 o'clock news now on BBC1 with Nicholas Witchell.
The Labour Party is in renewed disarray over its plans for Scottish devolution. Good afternoon. 6 days after Labour called for a second referendum on the subject, the party is dropping the idea. The other headlines: Hurricane Fran has been battering the southeast coast of the United States. 9 people are thought to have been killed. Turkish troops are gathering along the border with Iraq. They may create a security zone inside Iraqi territory. And how a karaoke machine has replaced the organ at the Church of the Holy Trinity. The latest U-turn on Labour's road to a Scottish Parliament comes less than a week after an apparent agreement between the leadership and the party north of the border. It's being seized on by opponents as evidence of disarray over taxation and is likely to embarrass both the party's Scottish executive and Tony Blair, who's due to visit Scotland on Monday.
It's been a morning of manoeuvring for the Scottish Labour Party. Several hours after the story broke, the Shadow Scottish Secretary George Robertson confirmed that policy on a Scottish Parliament, adopted last weekend and endorsed by Tony Blair, is being ditched. Labour are not now calling for a double referendum.
Clearly, there is no support for the second referendum proposal, and I am saying today to the party and to the Constitutional Convention that a second referendum is not necessary and will not be pursued by the Labour Party.
It was at this meeting of the party's Scottish executive last weekend that Labour's difficulties in